To birds. 400 years ago, cranes became extinct in Britain. Not the birds, not the sort of means of construction, as some people have been.
They're definitely not extinct.
They're definitely not extinct.
Where I live.
Yeah, they're everywhere. But cranes were extinct in Britain, but a conservation project means that they are now back in record numbers.
Staff at a wildlife centre in Gloucestershire acted as replacement mothers for eggs imported from Germany, whilst others dressed as modern-day druids.
They've put out all the stops.
To scare the birds and stop them getting too attached to the humans. Rebecca Williams went to find out more.
The crane is a sight rarely seen in this country. It became extinct 4 centuries ago. But now, thanks to a conservation project in the southwest of England, the birds made a comeback, and in record numbers.
Our job is to really get people interested in wildlife, and this is the kind of bird that can really do that. It does lots, it jumps around, it dances, it's very noisy, and it's got that sort of air of wilderness about it. If we can get these birds back breeding in our countryside, it really says something about that habitat.
400 years ago, the crane disappeared completely from British shores, mainly because of hunting. But in 1978, a breeding pair returned to East Anglia. And this year, the highest number of birds ever have been recorded, 160 of them. The Great Crane Project's an example of successful conservation. Crane eggs were originally brought over from Germany, and the chicks were then reared here at Slimbridge in Gloucestershire. Staff even had to dress up as modern-day druids so that the birds didn't get too attached.
The focus here at Slimbridge is to now work out exactly what habitat the cranes like to live in. So far, they think they like boggy areas, wetlands, really, and they've got 16 cranes here. But they're not just in the West Country, they're now seen in Wales and also Norfolk.
The young cranes raised at Slimbridge were released on the Somerset levels, but many have since returned. And here every aspect of them studied, even their droppings. But some farmers aren't so happy about the rise in numbers.
Some farmers are concerned that in the springtime, when the farmers are sowing their maize, the cranes will come along and hoover up the newly sown maize. It's a bit of a mystery because they look like they're eating maize, maybe not too much, but it looks like they're eating it, but we can't see any sign that they actually are. So one possibility, and it's only a possibility at the moment, is what they're actually doing is looking for earthworms in fields where maize is being sown.
Centuries ago, the crane's echoing call could be heard throughout the English countryside. And of course, the aim's to get back to that in the coming years. Rebecca Williams, Sky News, Gloucestershire.